Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since we spoke. I know I've been trying to record a lot of stuff and edit. I'm not able to get the time. I'm here with something different. I thought this time, instead of doing a music video review or a video game upload, let me share my collection of CDs and video games that I used to play long back. I don't even know how many of you even know the names of these songs or the CDs I'm referring to. Just because I purchased a genuine copy, it doesn't mean that I really love the album or anything like that. So it comes from a time and place which is very hard to get back to. Some of these songs in the albums, they serve more like a souvenir, if you will. So it kind of reminds me how difficult it was to get good quality music and find a shop. I'm talking about back in India, where you can find a genuine shop which sells non-pirated CDs and stuff like that. So first off, again, in no particular order, I had gone with one of my favorite bands, which is Creed. If you can see that, and that is a very good album art. And I was so happy when I first got this CD. So initially I used to buy all these tape cassettes, and so the plan I used to have is I would first listen to it because it comes a little cheaper than the CD. So if I like the songs, I'll finally get the compact disc. And of course the price is another thing, so I will wait for the right deal to arrive. And so Creed's Weathered is definitely one of the best albums, I would say, arguably till date. So I've listened to some of their older albums and their solo work as well. Scott Stapp, Mark Tremonti, and they're very good. They're individually very talented. And I think the thing about the CD is it comes with a video as well. So it's got, let me just open that for you and show you what's inside. So there's a booklet which basically captures the song. It's got lyrics as well. So now look at that work, the artwork here. That is almost like you're going through a picture Bible or something like that. You got all these out of the world kind of imagery. I really love the album. I like the smell of the book. I really love books, and the lyrics is very I'm talking about a time when you need to really struggle to get the lyrics on the internet. It's not very easy because a lot of people write their own based on what they hear and what they understand. They misinterpret the lyrics and write things which are not actually what the singer or the band wrote initially. So this is one. Look at this. And I think this imagery, definitely it's all planned, and there was an art director doing all of the stuff. Yeah, so it's very interesting, and I don't know if you can still order a CD. I think you can do that on Amazon, but if you don't have it already, I would definitely recommend having this album that is by Creed. And I'll just show you the CD once. And this is the artwork on the CD. It's very good, actually. I really like when bands try to be different. There's a lot of branding that goes into it. So that's the band. So that's one of my all-time favorite albums, Limp Bizkit. So again, one of my favorite bands. They got me listening into new metal. I didn't know what new metal was until I listened to bands like Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, and of course there is a parental advisory, so it's not for everyone. So obviously I don't want my kids to listen to this. But yeah, it basically captures the angst, as I mentioned in some of the music video reviews, that one of the reasons I like new metal bands is because they're so original, they're so honest with their thoughts. It's almost like a rap, like a metal version of the rap, or rap and hip hop bands. So they speak the truth, and some don't live long because they speak the truth, and they're not scared of anybody. And that kind of inspires me, because I think we all need to know the truth in some way or form. And most of the art that has evolved is due to the unfairness in the society, and the only way to express that safely and in a way that people understand, at least they are aware, is art. And I think that is true even for paintings, music, movies, whatever. So this is the back side of the CD, the back cover, that is. Okay, I personally wanted to do a separate video review or CD review, so that's something that is pending from my end. However, but I can go on and on about the work this band has put together. Now this is basically, I don't know, I've never been to the US, but this is definitely medication of some sort, and that's what it says. Results may vary, and this seems to be the top. I initially thought this was a flying saucer. As you can see, the I don't know what you call these, the CD holder grooves, and this thing on top appears like, because Limp Bizkit is known for kind of using this imagery of UFOs and aliens in, starfish flavored water, whatever, hot dog or something. I don't know the album name, but it's a very good album. And yeah, so they use all this alien imagery. So I thought this was initially that, but it's actually the top, the lid of the medicine that you see here. And not very, I wouldn't really be attracted to this kind of a CD image compared to Creed. But again, there's no real comparison, right? So I think the theme was to show that something to do with medicine, but when you listen to the songs, you don't actually see that reference anywhere. So I just need to go with whatever they came up with, and they believe in it. And again, you got a booklet. Let me just open that. And the booklet, you got, I mean, this is what impresses me about Limp Bizkit, So if you look at the very first album, Significant Other, I also have a copy of that. They always they have a way of using colors. The font is not very the usual sorts. So you need to take an effort to read that. And I'm thankful that they have got all these song lyrics again. And one of the main reasons I go for original CDs is because they provide all this interesting content. You can still get them on the web. For example, I can get this picture. I can look for Limp Bizkit singing on the stage, and you could get 100 images or more than that. But you would never get this kind of a feel when you're especially listening to a song. And this song is, I think, in fact, it's not this part is not a song. It's actually Fred is out of thanks or whatever to his fans, his family, and the record company, whatever, So yeah, it kind of connects with you really well. And this is the other symbol that they kind of use. I really don't know what it means. It's like a tree or whatever, but yeah. Yes, there you go. That's Limp Bizkit's Results May Vary. Another very good album I personally like a lot. WWE Forcible Entry. I don't know if it should be Forceful Entry or Forcible Entry. Either way, this is one of the best albums to date again. The reason being, it's got some of the best and biggest names in rock history, I would say. Of course, it is mostly to do with new metal and rock. So you have Drowning Pool, Kid Rock, Creed, Disturbed, Limp Bizkit. I mean, it's like the moment I read Disturbed, which is my all-time favorite band, I immediately purchased. Again, I went for the cassette first. I listened until the cassette kind of ran out of its life, and I finally got this. I really like the imagery on this. I still don't know what's behind this. It's like kind of like a broken door made of wood, rust or whatever. I like the colors, and I have worked in the print side as well, so I kind of love how they put things together to give you the feel. And the back of the album, again, it's kind of like a metal door which is rusted. And yeah, this is the inside. See, again, very different. So you got a blue, but on here it's a different color, right? So when you open the CDs, this color, like a blue, which is still good. And they got a booklet as well. Unfortunately, they don't have the lyrics. They just have the different wrestlers and the names against them, which is good, again, because yeah, you kind of, to a non-WWE fan, it will be difficult to understand who the song is about, right? And I've got a very personal favorites here. Yeah, we'll review the CD once in a different video. I've got 50 Cent, The Massacre, again with a video CD. To be honest, I haven't listened to even a single song on this. But I like 50 Cent. His rapping style is different, and I don't even remember how I got the CD. I think it was a gift from a friend. So on the inside, you got like, so that's 50 Cent, I guess. That's the concept again, and I really like these kind of CD boxes. On the inside, surprise, you have a video CD. Again, I barely looked into it. To me, yes, I like rap, hip hop, the freestyle stuff, but again, this is not my number one thing. As I said, it may or may not be my favorite CD, but I still preserve them because I know I can never go back to this time. U2's Pop. I know it's not a very popular album, but U2, I got into U2 after I listened to a lot of pop, MTV days, and most of these songs were very good. They're very different, very innovative, electronic, and I didn't know U2 until then. It was like, okay, I heard bits and pieces of the songs here and there, but then this album really took off like anything, and I was able to resonate with what's being said, and some of them are still a mystery to me, And this is the back of the album, and what I really like about this album is the album artwork, and I'm purely talking about the packaging. And look at this, I don't know how clearly you can see this. They've done this using dots, pixels, everything, every little dot over there has been placed in such a manner that you can actually see a face. But I actually think these are photographs, and they've kind of done a post-print production, I think, color correction, whatever you name it. But I have actually done this way back when I was new to Adobe, Photoshop and stuff like that, where I literally did this in Illustrator. I didn't use any photograph. I used this as a reference, and I tried this on pen on paper, and then I also did this on a computer. And I'm talking about way back, and it came out almost the same. Okay, and I'm sorry I won't be in a position to show because I don't have any copy of that, but I do remember doing this. At least this face for sure, the green one, I remember very vividly that I had done pixels through and through, and the difficult part was just the pixels over here, all the colored areas, and the rest black was just one fill. You have a paint bucket tool and you just fill that up, and yeah, so this is the thing, right? So it inspires you to paint and draw and recreate. I think that is the success of any artwork or product packaging. So yeah, let's not trail off into a lot of detail, but so that's the inside. I really like the way they've used colors here. They've used all the colors more or less of the rainbow, and this is YouTube Pop. And yeah, again, I wouldn't know the significance of why they've used this in this way, but it's very unique. And then you got booklet, again my favorite, because it's got all these nice photos with the lyrics, and I think some of these lyrics are either left out or misprinted, because I can see that the singer is singing slightly different words. And now I can go on to genius.com and check out every lyric and understand what's the meaning in there. And look at this work. So yeah, so it's a solid booklet of everything you can get from the band regards to the album. Next up, Limp Bizkit again. So this is what's the name? New old songs, and it's all remixes. Let's just say that yes, it is my kind of like a 50% favorite and 50% not favorite, because of some of the originals are actually way better than the remakes, because remakes are usually they can sound very repetitive and boring at times. But I think they kind of teamed up with some really good folks, especially Timbaland. There's another guy I don't remember, but they're very good. So yeah, Everlast, Exhibit. So these guys really, Bubba Sparks, of course. So I think it's one of the really good remix CDs. And as I said, some of these songs are not that good personally, but I still love them. And look at this artwork. I think this was done by I think the guitarist Wes Borland. He's good at artwork. He does all this crazy stuff. You can see people kind of eating the brains of the others. Kind of creepy, but yeah, it's very, I would say, original. Maybe I don't know if it was inspired by any other artwork or artist, but there you go. Let me just open it. And whoa. Okay, so not a very interesting. See, again, it kind of looks like the top of a UFO. I think, I don't know why. Maybe they're doing it purposefully, but anyway, you have all this crazy artwork out here. I generally don't pay a lot of attention to that. My only purpose is to read the lyrics, look at some of the exclusive photos that you can get, and there's a promotional leaflet for Puddle of Mud and the great band. And there we go. I think these are the lyrics. No, yeah, it's a remix album, so what do you expect? You don't get lyrics. It's just that it's a very simple, straightforward piece of product. Then next up you have Korn. What is this? CEO on the other side. See, I don't even remember the album name, but I still bought it because and on this one I don't think I went for a cassette first approach. I directly bought it because I know Korn is very good, and this album again was kind of like a letdown, purely because most of these songs they're not really, you know, kind of you have I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Korn is not the same anymore. Even their older albums, out of 10-15 tracks, the top 5 tracks or here and there, it's not like every song is great, and I think that happens to most of the bands. I totally appreciate you know, the effort they've put together, but again, when I as a listener and as a fan, I may not like it for various reasons, because I'd really give it my best to try and appreciate a work of art in whatever form it is. But this is one of those albums by Korn, or you know, it could be by anyone, which kind of it doesn't hit the right chord when it comes to listening again and again. So there are very few songs, handful, Twisted Transistor, Hypocrites, yeah, Coming Undone. That's an amazing song. So this is the back of the album. So I don't know why they've kind of taken this the rabbit hole thing, you know. I think it's Alice in Wonderland, yeah, but kind of a twisted, creepy Alice. Look at this, look at the eyes, wow. And all this artwork is definitely worth mentioning, because they've put in a lot of effort, thought about it. I don't know what this is, but yeah, just the band. And I don't know how many of these guys are from the original group. I think they kind of replaced a lot of people. So look at that artwork. It's creepy, but I really like the effort again. And again, no lyrics. Quite disappointed with that. But yeah, I guess that's how Korn is, you know. I don't remember seeing any lyrics on any of their albums. Another Korn album, as I said, see, Untouchables. So it kind of has the same boy, I don't know, the kind of the look of despair, or I don't know, there's something about that look, you know. And you got all the kids. I don't know why they always show kids. I think even in some of the songs by Disturbed, I've seen kids being a key actor or a player in that. I don't understand what is the significance of that, but I guess it's something to do with the childhood, which they're trying to kind of capture. But yeah, this, I think, why did I buy this CD? Okay, again, for the very first song, Here to Stay, which is a massive hit. And yeah, again, this is kind of a letdown. It's one of those albums I kind of felt, okay, maybe I shouldn't have bought it. The only reason again I bought it is because I wanted to have a collection of all the available songs, which were so hard to find during those days. So this is on the inside. There's the boy again, and let's see if they got any lyrics for us. Nope. just this, Untouchables. I don't know who is Untouchable, but that's an interesting name for an album. Next up, another great band, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I was quite happy when I found this kind of a album cover that was put around it. Yeah, it definitely attracts you straight away, and this is one of the best albums by the band. I personally like the concept. You got the water is upside down, like it's gone up, the ocean is there and the sky is over here, and then look at that color, look at the font, really well done. Again, it's a double CD, so you got an audio CD and a video. There we go. So I guess it's just the hits, you know, Californication, Scar Tissue, and all of that stuff. I was really excited to get this, and it's really worth your money, you know. And then the booklet, I think they've given the lyrics. Yes, they give the lyrics. Yeah, it's nice. So it's kind of it's a priceless feeling to kind of have these back from the day when it was very difficult to find albums like this. And the second thing was the price, so it was quite expensive at the time to get. These were imported CDs. Next up, Creed. Again, not a very favorite, but then I realized this was one of their first albums, and for a first album, it was a very good effort, if not great. So again, why did I go for it? Because I like the song "My Own Prison," and yeah, I like the imagery, whatever it was trying to convey. And on the inside, okay, got that. I mean, it's not a very attractive album, I would say, visually, but yeah, the songs are really good. I think there's one song called "In America," yeah, so that's a very good song. Was This Life for One, Bound and Tied, Pity for a Time. All of these are like really good songs, and I don't think, yes, they have lyrics. Yeah, okay, so not much there. I wish I could say more. My all-time favorite, Linkin Park, and this is the best, I would say. I don't know how many remix albums are out there, but when it comes to mixing rap rock and some of the best songs over there, they got the best team to deliver the best remix experience. And in my music collection, this is by far the best remix ever, and I can keep listening to it any time of day or year. So it's timeless and priceless. If you don't have it, if you've never heard it, please do give it a listen. And the music videos are also very good. So you got yeah, this is the back of the album. I like the colors, the way they've used it, all caps. Yeah, and there's of course this warrior, like they kind of modified him from a winged warrior to a robotic Transformers type. Let's go in and look at this. It's almost like a honeybee's nest. I don't know what you call this, but they're gone with the pink. Yeah, look at this on the outside and on the inside. It's very different. This artwork is very good. And again, a bit of disappointment, there are no lyrics. It's just simple, straightforward stuff because it's a remix album, which I understand, and no video provided. But I was able to see that on YouTube and you can still access it now. This is another great band. I would say very controversial due to the name and the style. This is Mudvayne. Mudvayne's Lost and Found. Now the very imagery got a bit of a crack on the CD. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I take very good care of my CDs, and I would hate to see something like this happen to one of these. In fact, I don't even listen to any of these CDs anymore because I've got digital copies of them. But this imagery kind of got me. The boy with the teddy bear, and again, see, there's a concept of a boy, a kid, and then you have the tornado, and he's kind of standing firm. Maybe just kind of reflecting his life and whatever difficult childhood, whatever. And then look at that. After the storm, the calm, kind of like the calm after the storm. Really good imagery, really good idea. I really love it. And on the inside, look at that. That's the twister, and they've got text going in swirls. Really like that idea. It's very good. And if you go to the CD, the booklet, that is, there we go. For lyrics, and these songs are very, very, very heavy. It's not for the, I would say, if you're into soft music, this is not the one for you, and you could damage your ears because they're very, very heavy. They're really, I would say, even challenging for me to appreciate at times, but I mean, they're very fast. The guitaring is very good and very fast. And yeah, this is something I would have to review sometime. But there you go, Mudvayne. Another Limp Bizkit album. As I said, this I think this was a second album, which was a major hit. It's called Significant Other, and I think I got some sort of a no, it's just a sticker by Universal Records or whatever. So on the back, you can see, I think these are some sort of spacecrafts. I think they are alien spacecrafts, and this is what I was trying to say, that they are into a lot of I don't know if these are UFOs. You got all these spaceships over here. I really like this graffiti, or what you will, this is Fred Durst actually, and again, the parental advisory is not for kids. On the inside, there you go, that is a UFO. 100% that's a UFO. And look at this artwork. I really love the colors, the way they've done it, and I don't know if they used crayons or what to get this effect. And let's look at the lyrics, if there is any. I think they did provide lyrics. Okay, the book isn't coming out, so I need to yeah, there it is. Yes, look at this. Look closely. Those are the lyrics. Can you really read them? You can't read them. I think this is what is I know, I think they must, I mean, they're really good at art. I'm sure they would have thought of different ways to display the content, the text especially, but they went with this approach. I think kind of keep the text in the background kind of disappears, and the imagery gets the importance. The pictures are given more importance, except for the last one. I think the picture is gone in the back, the text is standing out. I don't know what this is, why they've kept it that way. I think okay, this is purely, I think, credits. Fine, but there you have it. That's another album, a very good album, and again, one of my personal favorites. Another controversial band, and one of my favorites in the math metal scene. This is Lamb of God, and their album Sacrament, and all songs, every song is good. They're very, very good. I look at that imagery, but although I don't like why they would want to talk about the church, God, and other things, but yes, these are things you can't avoid. You have to, if you have an opinion, I think that has to be shared, and you don't have all the answers, which I appreciate. I'm a Christian, by the way, and I totally believe in God, the existence of a supreme being, but that doesn't stop me from listening to bands like Lamb of God or Limp Bizkit. To me, it's just music. Unless they're up to something sinister, I wouldn't be a part of it. But yeah, you got the booklet again here, and I don't think these are lyrics. Yeah, they are not lyrics. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's satanic, but as I said, so this is, I just listen for the music. I got nothing to do with what they want to sell or want me to believe. They can never change that. Okay, it's just a band, and let's keep it that way. And next up, Korn's very first CD, music, album, whatever. It's Korn. That's it. It's just the name itself is Korn. And again, a kid. Look at that, a kid. And I don't know if this is Freddy Krueger, because he's got something in his hands, and I don't know what's going on here. Maybe this guy's a zombie or something. And the kid is gone. See that? It's the same picture, just that the kid is no more. Probably abducted by this freak or whoever he is. The CD doesn't say much about what this album is about, because it's their first, as you say, debut album. And it's got, I think when I listen to the CD is great. The CD is amazing. The content is very good, very original, and I would say they are the fathers of new metal in every possible way. But I think it talks more about their own struggles, and I think there is one song called Daddy where Jonathan Davis is talking about his childhood, and I think it's quite debatable, because end of day it is purely fiction, right? I think most of what you write is about, maybe it's about day-to-day events or something that happened in the past or about future, but I think most of it is fictional. So I think there's something called projecting your problems onto someone else and then depicting them. I think the visual of using a kid or something to do with children is to kind of do that projection, so that you're not there, right? But you still express how you feel about a certain thing that happened in the past or how things are presently. Anyway, so this album to me is one of my must-haves. I have it all the time, and I do listen to them even now. I don't know how old it is. Like, I think this was released sometime in the 1999, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, those were the days. And I really like the CD. It has Korn written across it, but they're also very creative. I think one of the most creative album designs and artworks. So let's just look at the booklet. Okay, do I have any? Nope. I don't know what this is. It's just some text. And it says Korn Tanks. I don't know if you can see that. Korn Tanks. Maybe it's thanks. And it's all of these people. I can't believe they actually did a typo, if it's a typo. But yeah, that's the album. Marilyn Manson's the best of. Lest we forget, yeah. So you got, I mean, I don't listen to a lot of Marilyn Manson, but there we go. A very interesting concept. You got like a spidery legs thing. I don't know what they're trying to say here, but yeah, it's very interesting, very creative. And this is all there is. There's no cover, there's no booklet. It's just this, you know. Yeah, I just again, these are not remixes, if I'm not mistaken. These are just a collection of his best songs, and they do have very good songs, and I like his style a lot. The favorite, Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park. So this is his collaboration work. I think it was one of his debut albums with I don't know what the other team is called. Yeah, it's sorry guys, I don't remember the name, but the Styles of Beyond. Yeah, Styles of Beyond, Black Thought, and few others. Quite a few guys, I don't even know who they are, but I've seen their names a couple of times in their albums. And all of these songs except maybe one, is very good. It's any day. It's one of the must-haves. And this is the inside. Very good artwork. I really like the writing here. I don't know how they managed to do that. And the CD itself is kind of tucked away. Oh, okay, you can actually open it like this. So it's like 3 parts. I don't know if I'm showing you properly. And once you do that, so the CD is over here on the inside. kind of stuck, but I don't want to break the CD. But as I said, these are like a little old, and it's quite possible that they're, yeah, there we go. So it's put inside a cover. I still have the cover, so you can see it's well preserved. And look at that work. I don't even know what it is, but yeah, I really like to see that being popped into one of the CD players and come out when you eject it. You know, I really like the design on top of the CD. And this is the thing, I don't just listen to anything and everything at the same time. I appreciate everything that goes into the marketing side, the branding of it, the concept, the artwork. It's not just the songs of the band. So that's Fort Minor. Haven't heard it, please do give it a listen. This time it is called The Unquestionable Truth Part 1, and I'm waiting for Part 2 for quite some time. But this was a different take by the band. Limp Bizkit is usually known for their rap rock again. I think they're quite similar to Linkin Park, just that they're the kind of extreme version of Linkin Park, and a lot of cuss words. And I think that's what made them quite famous. No offense, but yeah, they're very talented, very, very talented. Especially because of they've got the right chemistry, the right talent in one place. You got DJ Lethal, Wes Borland, John Otto, and all of these names are like someone you know in your neighborhood. It's almost like you know them personally. But there we go. So this album, they tried something different. In the sense, I think I was the very first song I listened to was The Truth. The Truth is, you need to see the music video, and I will also be reviewing that soon. They've tried a different style, very different from that of what Limp Bizkit is usually known for. It kind of resonates with that of the style of Rage Against the Machine. And I don't know how many of you guys like Rage Against the Machine, but yeah, it's another great, unique, a uncomparable band. So their style is totally different, and someone who's not into music would become a fan. And yeah, they talk about a lot of, you know, the politics, war, famine, and stuff like that. All the difficult things people don't want to talk about, and I think they. I don't know the Zach De La Rocha, I think that's his name, and he's very good. But yes, you could actually feel that on this album by Fred Durst. It's like Limp Bizkit trying. I wouldn't say they're trying to mimic Rage Against the Machine, but I think Rage Against the Machine disbanded quite a while back, and they kind of. I mean, this is a way to show that they can adapt to any style. And if people love them, I would welcome this album, but I don't know if I would listen to more albums by Limp Bizkit in the same style. But this is definitely unique. And another, again, just except for one song, I like everything else on the CD, and that one song is it's called The Key, yeah, or maybe it's The Priest, I don't know. But again, it's all controversial stuff, you know. They talk about the church, and again, there's this concept of kids coming in, right? So okay, what attracted me about this album is, first of all, it's Limp Bizkit, no questions asked. And then the imagery, there's like a dictator, and he's all powerful, and he's, you know, you can already see the future of these soldiers here. And again, parental advisory, not for kids. Let's open that. Oops, the CD is just so there we go. That's a very simple, straightforward CD cover, very non-Limp Bizkit style, and you got the lyrics, and there are no images inside, which is quite strange. It kept it very plain. This is WWE's Aggression. I don't know how many of you know this. So this was a time, I think it was called, was it 1997, I think? I don't know when this was published. Yeah, this was the Attitude Era. You can see The Rock in his trademark shirt, and yeah, Triple H they kind of look very different from how they are today. But this was purely a rap album, so all of these are rappers. And you got I think my favorite is the DX. I think the very first track is Degeneration X, The Kings by Run DMC. And the moment I put on the CD, I like immediately fell in love with it. But again, as I said, rap is not my favorite. Most of these songs are not very likable. Maybe a hip hop fan or a rap fan would love it, but I still have it. Let's just open the CD. This on the inside, it just goes with this kind of a concept where everything's broken. There's a glass shattering, and the CD is not, I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's good. And on the inside, this is what you got. No lyrics again. It's fine. I've listened very little to this album. I hope you liked the collection. And yeah, again, this is not I would say I was quite lucky to be able to find these about 15-20 years ago, all of these CDs. You know, today is very different. You can order it online, you can have a subscription on iTunes or Spotify and listen to them. But it's nothing like having an actual CD in hand and perhaps have it autographed by the band. So this is my very short and limited edition of CDs, and I don't think I'll be buying another CD or album because it's all digital. But yeah, so what I have, I'm going to preserve this for as long as they can last. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, please do mention that. If you like the video, please drop a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'll be back with a lot of videos. Next up, I plan to share my video, that is movie library, with you. And again, it is purely the ones that I've purchased and have an original copy of. And most of these are in CD format, that is a video CD. It's not a DVD. But yeah, so those are the ones I really have kind of a copyright for, but I don't own the rights themselves. I'll be coming up with a lot of video game reviews and music videos. I guess that's it. See you guys next time, and do stay in touch.